Hey all, it's Nikos here. Good morning, and we are going to do our weekly Forex forecast for August the 20th to August the 24th, exactly. I'll start with the Australian dollar, US dollar. I make it quick for you. It's Monday already, Monday morning, and I'm happy that our scenarios from last week, or some of them, already worked out. That means that we were waiting for some retracements on my chosen pairs here. First of all, let me begin, as I said, with Australian dollar, US dollar. It's very early in the morning. You can hear my voice is a little bit funny still. Just woke up, so I draw some trend lines. I just wanted to make sure that you get your analysis early, because I didn't have any time to actually do it yesterday on Sunday. I drew my horizontal support and resistance just to have the big lines ready on the chart. So on the weekly, price reached major support last week already, and since then, or earlier this week, earlier last week, and what we saw was the first bounce. So we said, not only on this pair but also on other pairs, that we were expecting some retracements after bigger moves. So that happens already here on the Australian dollar, US dollar. Price bounced in the area of support. It retraced about 130 points. If I check my 4-hourly chart, you see we had our volatility line. We didn't have any retracements here. So price broke that volatility line, the 12 EMA. We got the first higher low on the 1-hourly chart. Testing of the 36, another retracement. It's still moving up. So right now, it is at resistance on the 4-hourly. On the daily. It created a daily short 1, 2, 3, but that doesn't mean that price can't move up to this previous support line and acting as a resistance here, or even up here. We're just careful right now. It's a Monday. We might experience low volatility. I'm not sure. We'll see. On the 1-hourly, the chart looks like this. We had the break. We had the 36 higher lows and higher highs. So it is a powerful up move. We want to see what price will do when it's reaching this point. So if it's bouncing here, we can look for longs. On this time frame, it's a little bit too late, so I would combine with 15 or 5-minute charts, day trading, scalping, or using our Renko charts to make a decision, which is filtering out the noise anyways. So for example, we can check M3 is late, as I can see. So we would like to see like an M6 retracement back to here. A little spike would be fine, and then we can try, or we wait for this and then we wait for an M3 setup later on. Okay. For the shorts, of course, it's the same scenario. If it's breaking, we go short, because the main trend is short. It is a powerful downtrend, and if support breaks, we immediately focus on the short setups to target, of course, this area. Great. Let's check the euro US dollar now. Again, on the weekly chart, we expected something like this. We have our major support area here. Price is reaching, or did react already in this area. The next area of support, of course, for us, the bigger one will be down here. And longer term, down here. But for now, for this week, I think it's enough to leave it here and see what price might do. So here we're expecting the retracements as well. Price came out of this wedge. We had a short 1, 2, 3 also on the 4-hourly chart visible. It moved down to major support, and on average, okay, these were big moves, but we know that price has to retrace at some point, breathe in, breathe out, and so we can take advantage of a retracement if there are setups. So let me quickly check the 4-hourly chart. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now this is my resistance area, so price could easily move back to here before bouncing again, but that's why we draw our support line, and we see we'll see about the reaction in this area. So if price is reacting, retracing back, bouncing to here, and then coming back, and this line breaks, we will focus on the shorts because the main trend is short. In case this is not going to happen and price moves up and breaks this line, we can still focus on the longs and target long-term 200 EMA, the previous support line, and this area as well. Okay, so I would choose 4-hour and 1-hourly charts for possible setups against this main trend. So I'm talking about the longs if price goes back to here, or scalping bounces to make a couple of pips in this area and then start targeting this. If it breaks, we are short, because remember, we want to trade in the direction of the main trend, which is very, very powerful and still short. GBP US dollar, I go quickly. Support, it's also moving down. The same scenario here, we're waiting for either counter trend trades, scalping trades, trading against the main trend to target existing resistance areas. For now the 36, it's the trend following EMA, but still it's a powerful short trend. So if the retracements, I don't know, fail, or if they're not big enough, we always focus to trade in the direction of the main trend. So right now it looks funny. It's also Monday. 1, 2, 3s, 1, 2, 3s, testing the 12. Now it's testing the 36. Here we go. We wait for this. And then a possible break. And then we want to trade either the shorts using lower time frames. Check also the 1-hourly. If it breaks or it's spiking up quickly, of course we want to take advantage of longs against the main trend. 1-hourly looks like this. It's not much volatility. Now it looks like right now it looks like it's losing steam, but remember, it was also Friday night. Now it's Monday morning right now, and we want to see volatility in this area. We want to see how price is reacting. If it's going down, we want really to focus on the shorts. Again, you can also use your Renko charts if you are into Renko trading, of course. Wait for the reactions, wait for the price to break. Okay, if it's already bouncing, okay, you can always just take a trade also the bounces, but for me it's much more important that I see a clean break of this area of the 36 or clean break above. I'm always in favor of the main trends because it's so super strong. Already moved almost 500 points since it reacted at resistance, and now it doesn't look so good. But again, if it's doing this, we are happy to take the longs and target those areas. Quickly about the Bitcoin. Again, you know, I get a lot of emails. People are into Bitcoin because everybody's promoting it, but I would like to be careful here, because it's not time to buy the Bitcoin. No matter what everybody else is saying, this thing is still going down. It's creating lower highs. It reached major support area. It bounced on it. Yes, opportunities to scalp and day trade, but it is a downtrend. If this area here, this powerful trend line on the daily isn't broken, we are not looking for long-term longs. You can always use this information, trade like like with the classic Forex pairs or other products, the longs if there are setups, but right now you want also here to wait for breaks. So draw your trend lines, wait for trend line breaks, alerts on the trend lines if it's possible for you, and then check for the setups. Okay, we need the patience, but if the volatility appears, then we really need to take action, but not before. GBP Canadian dollar weekly chart. I like the fact that I have a lower high. I can draw my line. I have my horizontal support areas. In this area there is support, but of course much lower here, a little bit more, and the big areas are down here. Okay, from here to here on the daily chart, lower highs. You can draw a nice trend line, volatility line, and I want to see reaction like always. We didn't have, like on GBP JPY, we didn't have that big retracement sign yet. Price is not breaking the 36 on the 4-hourly chart, so still we are waiting. Okay, see what happens in this area. If we get the breaks plus the volatility to the upside, okay, then we target this quickly. It's over 200 points. But if it's going down and there's more volatility, we still keep focusing on the shorts. Not too much risk, not too big lots, because price, again, as I said, moved already down over 1,000 points with no bigger retracement. So we can follow and target this area, but not with too much risk, because after a big move like this, especially on the daily chart, I always expect a bigger retracement like you did here. Okay, sometimes we don't get it, sometimes we get also range like here or here, but in the end we'll have to see where it's breaking out. About the Turkish Lira, this one and the Euro and the US dollar, Turkish Lira is really we had a really powerful volatile move. The problem here is with a classic broker or retail broker, you have sometimes a really huge spread over 100, 50, 60, 30. It depends really on the broker. Right now there's not much volatility, but as I said, be careful. I would only trade this on the higher time frames. It looks like it's still retracing. It's not. I'm not convinced that it wants to go up right now, because my major support lines are down here on the daily chart. So there is still room, and I have a lower high, and I don't see any volatility right now. So for longs, I would probably just wait for setups. I would place a pending order if I wanted to trade this kind of aggressive. If there is a breakout today or tomorrow, then I would go long and target this area. But I really personally, I want to watch and see what's happening, because if it's coming back to here, probably get bigger or better opportunities to actually trade bounces on the 36 or even on the trend line. Okay, if it wants to go down. That's for the longs, because it's a powerful long trend. It's sometimes, let's say, smart to place an order, so you don't have to wait for any breakouts. If it happens, you are in. If not, not. But make sure that you have a normal good spread, and right now the spread on this pair is very, very big. GBP Australian dollar, also nice. Lower highs. On the daily charts, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, lower highs, lower lows. We got already the short setups. We have another break here. The major support is here. Later on, of course. Longer term, I would say down here. We have some nice areas here. So we have a room of 500, 600, 700 pips long term. Because we had the daily 1, 2, 3s, and now it's done, I would wait for at least new 4-hourly, 1-hourly setups and combine those with the lower time frame entries for new shorts. Okay. Yeah, that's actually it. I don't want to have more than 5, 6 pairs to focus on. Some of them are very volatile, like GBP US dollar, and we have the GBP Canadian dollar. We have GBP JPY. I don't have it right now here, but this is the GBP US dollar that was also very volatile. But that's it. I would focus on a couple of pairs, wait for the volatility, wait for the spikes and candles, you know, and the movement on the charts. And if you get the opportunity, just trade with the main trend. You can always risk a little bit more against be more conservative. Okay, so wish you a great week, new week. All the best for your trading. If you like the video, please, like always, leave a comment, share, and give it a like. Okay, see you soon. Bye for now.